Okay. CM Tanda, can you see the screen now? Just let me know in the comments box. Okay, I'm hoping that you can. Okay, Gerald, can I pick on you for number 2? Can you do number 2 for us?
Okay, I'll try and do it.
Thank you. What did you take out as your highest common factor?
No, I wasn't finished doing it yet.
Oh, would you like a little bit more time?
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. As soon as you finish, then you can start talking us through, okay?
Okay.
For those of you who have just joined, we're just working through these 3 questions as a recap of our last couple of lessons. So you can start giving them a go. And we're going to go through the answers before we move on to the new work today.
I'm not sure if you should do it the why.
Okay, well, what did you do so far? Like, what have you managed to take out?
I took out the highest common factor of 2.
Okay, so the problem that with taking 2 out is that I haven't got a 2 that's just chilling in this term over here. So this is going to be one of those ones that we looked at in Tuesday's lesson, where instead of taking out a number, we're going to take out a bracket that is common in both of our terms. So we're going to land up taking out x minus 4. And when we take out a common bracket, we can actually just kind of cross it out in our minds. And in our new bracket, we're going to say, well, we're left with a 2 and we're left with a plus y. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Okay, and then our hardest one was actually question 3. It was one of the ones we dealt with sort of at the end of our lesson on Tuesday. So I'm going to give you a little bit of time to try and work through it, and then let's see if we have someone who feels brave and thinks that they can answer it for all of us. I'm going to give you a hint that this is one of those ones where we're wanting to write the first bracket out twice because it's squared. So we're going to want to write this one out like this, just to help us see what we would have left. Let's see if that helps anyone. Awesome, Pee-wee, I see you showing me your answer. Thank you. Okay. Do we have someone who feels confident with this? I know it's a hard one, but remember, it doesn't matter if you get things wrong. And never mind.
Ma'am, I think I have an answer.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Tell me what you think our answer is going to be. Well, let's first start. Let's break it down a little bit. What is the common bracket from both of my terms?
It's x minus 2y.
Good. Okay. Excellent. That's a great start. Okay. So if I'm taking that out as my common bracket, what am I left with from this term?
I think it's going to be x minus 2y plus 3.
That's beautiful. Yay. Well done. That was as hard as these questions can get. That was really good. Nice job. Did a couple of you others, did you manage to get the answer to this? Can you show me with your emojis? Simtanda, I see your answer in the comments. Thank you. Okay, guys, if you got it right, you can give me a thumbs up. If you got it horribly wrong, you can give me a thumbs down. And if you were quite confused and you didn't know where to start, you can give me a confused face. Okay, that's okay. Okay, luckily the lesson that we're going to deal with today, we're still going to kind of work with these brackets. So it should cement what we did on Tuesday as we move forward. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's start by looking at this type of question. Now, when we take out a highest common bracket, they have to be identical to each other. That's that's what we have to look for. So here I've got a b plus 1 and I've got a 1 plus b. Are those exactly the same as each other right now? A yes or a no? You can shake your head, you can nod your head. Are those exactly the same? Okay, so Griffin, you're giving me a nod of your head. Can you tell me why they are exactly the same?
They're the same because they're both positive. So
beautiful. Exactly. That's exactly right. So like if I had 2 plus 4, that's going to give me 6. And if I had 4 plus 2, that's going to give me 6. So b plus 1 is the same as 1 plus b. So I can actually just rewrite that. And you don't even need to show this, but let's just make them look the same. So that now when I'm looking at it, it's very easy for me to see what my common bracket is. Okay. So can you guys now, you should be absolutely fine with this one. Can you try and factorize that for me now that we've sort of just moved things around just a little bit? This one should feel nice and easy compared to the last question you just did. Okay. Who feels like they can? Oh, Simpiwe, I see your answer. B plus 1, A plus 2. Simpiwe, that is beautiful. Okay. Oh, so Kinsani, you can't hear me. Oh, let me just, Kinsani, can you? Okay, let's try go through this. So that's absolutely right. We're going to have B plus 1 and A plus 2. And if you wrote it as A plus 2, B plus 1, that's beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at this one over here. This is a little bit different now. Is B minus 1 exactly the same as 1 minus B? I'm seeing some shakings of heads, which is good. CM Tanda, can you explain to me why those are not the same? Are you going to write it in the code? Yeah.
They're not the same because when you see B minus 1, it's not the same as 1 minus B.
Can you give me an example with numbers?
Like it's almost the same as 2 minus 1 and 1 minus 2.
Good.
So
okay.
Swap them around.
Good. Okay, so if I have 2 minus 1, my answer is going to be 1. And if I have 1 minus 2, my answer is going to be negative 1. And these two aren't the same as each other. Beautiful. What you're saying is wonderful. Okay, so I do need to swap them around. But if I swap them around like I did earlier over here, I was allowed to swap those around because they were the same. And it didn't change anything. But if I swap these around, I'm going to get minus B plus 1. Because I can't change that that's negative and that's positive. And I still don't have a common bracket between these. Does anyone have a suggestion of what I could do at this point to get a common bracket?
Ma'am, can I try an answer?
Yes, I would love it if you tried to answer.
You change the plus into a negative.
Yes, okay. And what am I going to do? when I do that? So
You
if I
say-
change, yeah,
You say -2.
and then what's going to happen inside my brackets?
Your bracket changes.
So
into
then this
a-
is, so now I'll have b minus 1. Beautiful. And what you've just done is, I call it, I mean, most of you teachers will call it a switch around. I call it a switcheroo because I just think that's more fun to say. But when we have a bracket, and here, like I've got a B and I've got a 1, and in this bracket, I had a 1 and then I had a B. So if those are exactly the same as each other, and there's a minus sign in between them, but the one bracket is just the wrong way around, we can change the sign in the middle and we can switch around the two things that are inside the bracket after it. And by doing that, we are creating, so we're kind of manipulating it a little bit to create our common bracket. And from there, I can then take out my common bracket. So now I can say, cool, I'm going to take out b minus 1, and I'm going to be left with a minus 2. Okay. All right. Let's see if you guys can try a question like this by yourself. Okay. I want you all to give C a try for me. I'm actually going to move it up a little bit so that there's also D. D is a little bit harder than C. So those of you who are finding this easy, it would be great if you could try C and D. Naledi, can I pick on you a little bit? Is your sound working?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to pick on you a little bit. How are you finding these questions? Are you feeling okay with them, or are you feeling a bit stressed with them?
They're okay, I guess.
Okay, so can we kind of talk through C together? Can you tell me what you think the first thing you'd like to do with it is? When we're looking at these brackets, do you see how we've got a D and a 4, and then we've got a 4 and a D? Okay, so they're the same, except that this bracket is the wrong way around. But they both have a negative in the middle, so we can do a switcheroo. So what sign do you think? I'm going to keep this bracket exactly the same. What can I do over here? What can I change that will allow me to switch my bracket around?
The sign.
Good. Okay, the sign. So what is that -3 going to become?
Positive.
Excellent. Okay, so we're going to change that sign, and then we're going to switch around our brackets. And for anyone who's being like, why can we do that? If we wrote that out, if I asked you to multiply this in, you would get -12, and then you would get plus 3D. And if we write it the way we've written here, we've got 3 and then D minus 4. If I multiply that, I get my 3D and I get my -12, which is exactly the same as this. That's why we're allowed to do a switcheroo. Okay. So now, Naledi, you have a common bracket. So what would I do from here? Struggling a little?
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Okay. So this is exactly the same as this, which means we're allowed to take it out as like a common factor. So I'm going to say d minus 4 as my common factor. And when we do that with brackets, it's just easier if we cross it out of both terms. So what am I left with from my first term?
C.
Good. And what am I left with from my second term?
3.
There you go. Nice. Well done. Good. Okay. Can I get a sign with some emojis of how this question went? Thumbs up, thumbs down, confused face. Nice. Good. Good, good, good. Oh, no thumbs downs yet. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay. All right. Oh, a party. Yeah. Oh, that was from one of you guys. I got so excited. Okay. All right. Let's try D. D is a nasty question. Do we have anyone who feels like they were able to get it? Did anyone manage? Silence. Oh, Griffin. Yay.
I think I got it right.
Oh, I'm very excited, Griffin. Okay. So, oh, sorry. My screen's having a party by itself. Okay. Tell me what I'm going to do.
Like I kind of skipped a few steps because I've been doing this for a while, like in class and stuff.
Okay. Okay.
So basically, I took out a minus 1 as the common bracket,
Okay. So,
and then in the other bracket,
yes.
no, it's fine.
No. Your A minus 1. Tell me what you had in your second bracket.
Oh, then I had x squared plus 4x,
Okay. Good.
and then I continued with the a minus 1 as a common bracket. Then I took out x, and then I was left with x plus 4.
Excellent. That's really, really great. And I'm just going to move this X to the front, but what you've written is absolutely fantastic. Well done. Okay, the only step, and you don't need to show it. So Griffin, what you've done is beautiful. I'm just going to write it in here for those who are still learning and feeling a little bit stressed by this jump. We're going to change this. So we're going to have X squared A minus 1, and we're going to change that to a plus, and we're going to do a switcheroo with our brackets so that then we get our highest common bracket that we can take out, and we will see with what we are left. And the reason we could do another step here was because we still had a common thing in that second bracket. Do you see how all of factorization sort of starts fitting together and it becomes like one big thing? So everything we learn, we sort of build on in each lesson. Okay, let's try another one. I'm going to have 2 up on the board again. So let's see how you go. I'm going to warn you that I've set a trap in one of these questions, and I don't want you to walk into my trap. But I want you to give E and F a try. S&P, is that a question? Or are you wanting to answer one? Timpiwe, if you feel good with your answer, you're welcome to write it in the comments blocks, and I will read out what you've written. Matlacho, could you think you can answer E for us? Your eyes look like I'm asking you to do something terrible. Does that stress you out too much?
Yes, ma'am.
So do you want to, as in it stresses you out too much, or as in yes, you'll give it a try?
So, like, W plus one are the same thing, is the same thing as 1 plus W. So we just cross them out in our head, and so it's W plus 1
Yeah.
and negative 3 plus X.
Well done. And you didn't fall for my trap. So teachers love to give this type of question because the W and the 1 are not in the same order, people think it's a switcheroo, but it's not a switcheroo because 1 plus W is the same as W plus 1. And you did not fall for my trap, which is amazing. And your answer is beautiful. Good job. Nice. I would probably, just because I'm like pedantic, so I like things to look a certain way, I would probably write that as X minus 3, but you don't have to do that. Your answer is beautiful, like this. Okay, and F. So this is the last one to give it a try. And then we're going to do some exit questions. Griffin, have you finished factorizing in class, or whereabouts are you guys with factorization? Griffin, could you hear me? Jaden, I'm picking on you because you're also one of our front runners in the exercises. How did you find this question?
Ma'am, I was okay with this question until like the last step.
Okay, so can you talk me through what you've done so far?
Yeah, I did the switcheroo.
Okay. So we made this.
Squared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And where did you go from there?
And then I said X minus 1.
Yeah.
And then bracket P squared minus P.
Okay. And so now here you saw that there's something you could still take out there, but you're feeling a little bit lost as to what to do?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is the common factor? What is common in both of those terms?
Ma'am, it's P.
It's P. Good. Okay. So I can take out P, and then I would be left with P minus 1. And that's all we have to do. And then we're done. Nice and easy. Nice job, Jaden. Okay, I've got 3 questions. Oh, sorry, for those of you who wanted to see the last step, it's over there. 3 questions for you to end on. They should feel nice and quick. The first one is from our first lesson. The second one is from our next 2. And then the third one is from today. Let's see who manages to finish them and who manages to get 3 out of 3. That's our goal. I want everyone to try and get 3 out of 3. If you don't, I love you the same. Either way, even if you get 0 out of 3, as long as you're trying. Okay, I'm going to put the first answer on so you can see if you've gotten the first one right so far. So I'm going to take out 2y and I'll be left with x plus 4. So that's our first question. Okay, our second one, we've got a common bracket happening over here. We've got this x plus y. So I'm going to take that out as my common bracket. So x plus y. And I'm going to be left with 2 minus 1. Oh, goodness, now I'm being naughty and I'm working sideways. So I'm going to have x plus 1 and 1, which is just x plus 1. Oh, x plus y. Sorry. If you left it here, though, I wouldn't be upset with you. And our last one, I know I'm rushing you guys, but it's just because our time's run out. We're going to do a switcheroo. So we're going to have 7x, y minus 2, minus y, y minus 2. And then I can, oh, hello. Then I can take out y minus 2, and I'm left with 7x minus y. Do we have anyone who got 3 out of 3 for these questions? Oh, a thumbs up. Nice. Oh, good. Oh, quite a few. How exciting. Nice. Okay, thumbs on. That's fine. That's fine. Did we manage the thumbs down? Did you manage to get one of them right? Good.
Yes, I did.
Yay. Awesome. Okay. Okay, guys, I am going to pass you on to Marilise and let her speak to you for a bit. Well done today. You guys worked really well. Nice job. 1 out of 3 is still really good. Nice job. Oh, I don't think Marilise is here anymore. Okay, so maybe she had load shedding.
Yeah, Marilise is actually in the other class. So it's just us today.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we want to actually hand over to Tula, who is our assistant teacher today. So Tula, over to you.
Awesome. Thanks, Tula.
Yeah, thanks, Eric. Hi, everyone. My name is Tula. Those of you who are my mentees will have met me already. I'm sort of going to take over as the teaching assistant, what Marilise was doing in these sessions. Just first of all, to continue the tradition that Marilise started, can we just all just give a clap for Miss G for the wonderful lesson and the patience? Yeah, could you guys just clap for her? You can clap multiple times. It's okay.
That's very embarrassing for me.
We appreciate you, Miss G. And thank you guys. And just secondly, also just clap for yourself for sitting through this whole lesson and participating and engaging. That is really awesome. Yeah. And just lastly, in the technical things, before I get on to presenting a few things to you guys, I just want, if you've experienced any technical issues, like any audio issues throughout the lesson, could you just type on the chat, just so we can see what the issue was, and we can try to look into assisting you sort of better next time. So if you experience any issue, just say the audio disconnected or just anything. And just secondly, can I ask that we have someone who is logged in as Beast Gamer? Could you just write your full name so we can be able to take the register? We appreciate the level of gaming you are on, but we really do need your actual name just so we can take the register. And Dream, Beast Gamer and Dream, could you just write your name, please, on the chat just so we can be able to handle the register well. All right, so I'm just going to share my screen for a minute. This isn't going to take very long. Just 1 second. Cool. Can you guys all see my screen? Awesome. So I just want to first remind everyone that right now we were on lesson 4, and next week we're moving on to lesson 5. So the next lesson is on June 15th, and we'll be doing the difference of squares. So be sure to attend that. Of course, we'll send the link, we'll send the reminders as always. So be sure to be attentive to that. And of course, the big thing for the day, the leadership board. I want to say congratulations to these people. Number 1 is Waden. Could you guys just give a clap? A clap for Waden, number 1. Number 2 is Apiwe with 15 activities. Number 3 is Kolegani with 12 activities. Number 4 is Gerald with 7 activities. Number 5 is Neo and Jaden. That's a tie actually, with 6 activities. So congratulations to these guys. And guys, remember that with this leadership board, it's not about how many you got right. Okay, so you got into the leadership board because of the number of activities you did. So even if you're struggling with the content and everything, you get on the leadership board for the attempt. If you do many exercises, you are going to get here. So you guys have a chance to be on here for our next lesson. All right. And just to wrap up,
could you please go into presentation mode, because it's very hard to read, and show the leaderboard again.
Oh, is it not? Sorry, I thought it was.
Yeah, it's not in presentation. There we go.
Can you guys see the screen now?
Give it a second to load. Give it another second. I'll let you know. Still loading. Here we go.
Should be up now. Awesome. So I can just have a look at this again. Just congratulations once again to all these guys, Waden, Apiwe, Kolegani, Gerald, Neo, and Jaden. I'm sure also did some activities, but right now we're just doing the top 5. And so just try for the next week to just increase the number of activities you're trying. And of course, that's going to be directly linked to your understanding of the content. And just also to remind you guys on how to get to the topics that we're doing now, you of course go to the app and you pick a topic and you open algebraic expressions. And then within that, it's going to open a bunch of other topics, which I'm going to show you now. And then, so these are the topics that we're on now. The difference of squares intro, difference of squares analyze factorization of 2 expressions, difference of squares find the shared binomial factor. So be sure to go through these, do the exercises. And as always, if you struggle, always reach out on the chat button on the Watobe to a tutor, and someone will always be there to help you. So thank you guys. I'm not sure if Ms. G or Eric has anything else to add, but on my side, that is it. I'll see you guys next week.
All good on my side as well. Nice job today, guys. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your
See you next week, Tuesday.
Bye. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.